If you could be famous for anything, what would you be famous for?
I'm famous for curing cancer. That's lit.
Noble.
Everyone would have to get the Rob shot.
And imagine that's your fit as the cancer cure.
Imagine that. They need someone like me in the field.
That happened to me in high school. I hit my pants and I had these long pants on and it went down my leg and I was like, I can't go around the rest of the day like this.
Like, something stinks in here.
Yeah, what the hell is
Ew. I do smell that.
Did someone themselves?
It's coming from over here. Where?
It's like right by you, Ryan.
Who inside my pants?
I want to start off with this story time that I've been wanting to get off my chest.
Okay. This is the place to do it.
So there's this pizza store that I go to frequently.
Okay.
Because I'm a pizza connoisseur. It's called Three Brothers Pizza. They have these like delicious cinnamon knots. It's like the best thing I've ever had. And I would always go there with this one particular girl because she also had a fondness for pizza. And
Pizza's good.
recently I went in there without her. The girl and I are still cool. But I went in there without her recently, and the lady knows me on a first name basis, the worker who works there. She's like, cinnamon knots? I'm like, yeah. So I'm in there by myself, and the worker lady recognizes me, and she's like, oh, where's the girl that you're always in here with?
Bruh.
I didn't really register what she was talking about, because all I think about in that store was the cinnamon knots. I don't think about the people, girl I'm with, whatever. So she's like, oh, where's the girl that you're normally with? I said, I couldn't tell you. And then the worker lady goes, oh, that is so sad. Well, I mean, her loss. And then pointed at me. She thought that this girl and I were dating and in a relationship for however long. And then she's saying, oh, her loss, meaning she thought I was attractive, the worker lady. I have been floating on that compliment for 3 weeks at this point.
Was she bad?
No.
Okay.
Heavy set, mid-30s.
I feel like it doesn't even matter. A compliment is a compliment.
I think men could use more compliments. I don't know if you guys would agree with that, but
Yeah. No, I had a recent one too. I was at our gym right over there the other day, and this woman just came up to me and like tapped me on my head while I was doing a set. I was like, oh shit, does she need the machine? She said, hey, I've seen you come in here the past couple of months, and I just want to say, like, you're looking real good right now. Keep it up. And I was like,
wow.
That feels really nice. And then tried to ask her name, and she just went about her day. And I said, you know, and she was probably like early 30s, and I just took that as a compliment, and I was like, wow, people can be nice, but that is probably especially from a girl, that's been like probably years since I could even recall anything similar. There's nothing even recent where somebody like that will just say something nice to you, especially in public when we already talked about how people are already too afraid to talk to other people. So
Yeah, I can't remember the last time I got a compliment or.
because Ryan got one by a girl, same. Do you have any?
when's the last compliment you
I
got?
remember giving out a compliment,
That's true too. How
but I don't remember an
often
instance where I got a compliment. Maybe there's definitely been a time, but I can't remember right now.
mine are very far and few between.
Which I think that's what proves it is people don't compliment men, even if girls thought you were cute, whatever, they don't say it.
No.
Unless they're in a relationship with you, in which, oh, you're so handsome, you're this and that. But I just found myself, that's why I wanted to say this story on the podcast, because I found myself in the shower smiling,
I was gonna say,
thinking about this woman.
Look how much that did for you.
Literally,
Like
I'm
it
so
kept
happy
you,
about
It kept you on a cloud 9 for 3+ weeks and going. That might push you for the rest of 2025.
Yes.
It shows how far a compliment goes, though. You know, so, you know, whenever you give someone a compliment, they probably think about that in the shower too or whatever. If they're driving home, like, wow, I haven't got a compliment in a while.
I think Dave Chappelle said something recently. He was like, yeah, I came to the saddest realization after hearing about everybody getting invited to all these Diddy parties, and I was never invited to any of them because, damn, I would have told y'all. And he's like, that was the hardest realization of finding out that I'm ugly, because nobody even wanted me to go to that fucking party. So sometimes that can battle with your head too. Like if you don't get compliments, you like almost might feel bad about yourself or think there's something wrong with you, when that's not the case. People just say everything in their heads, and it's really nice when somebody does acknowledge even the slightest thing.
Yeah. So
Also, just the fact that she's been keeping up with, like, I know you've been coming in here with so-and-so. What happened? So
she said, oh, I keep playing it back in my head. Oh, man, her loss. And I was like, damn right, it's her loss. I'm not even dating this girl. And this is just a mother of probably a few kids
I thought you were gonna say, "Oh, the worker ruined your chances" or something, and kind of exposed you for like, "Damn, this is where you take all your other girls" type of thing, you know?
It's always a new one here at Three Brothers.
Yeah, like that's what I thought the story was gonna be, you know, but it ended up being good.
Yeah, so if there's any girls watching this, just compliment any guy that you see on his pants or shoes or something, because I can assure you, it's really a special thing. I feel like girls get enough compliments, or am I tripping?
They do, and I feel like they probably at this point look for unique compliments because they're so used to you're so pretty, you're so beautiful, you're so strong. So I don't even know how much those hold weight to them, especially because every girl's already saying it, and then every guy's already saying that. So I feel like you really have to. I guess when the right person says it, maybe it holds more weight because I feel like you just getting flowered up all the time.
There's this TikToker that goes in public, I think in New York or just in the street somewhere, and he'll like say like, "Hey, it's a really cool jacket," and it'll take people off guard. Like at first they'll like maybe have like not like just like a straight face, and then they'll just put a smile on their face just because they wouldn't expect someone to just stop and say, "Hey."
That's very true.
Because everyone puts detail in what they wear. You know what I mean? Like as simple as you may think it is, it's like somebody thought about putting that on, and to get complimented on your style and your taste is like, wow, that hits a little bit harder.
Which I think that
than you
also
least
could
expected even.
That could almost be a good thing if you're trying to compliment a girl or a guy. You can just say something beyond just their outward appearance. Like, yo, that's a really cool bracelet you have. Where did you get that? I've been trying to get some.
Mm-hmm.
Pointing out things that somebody definitely took the time to put on.
Yeah, I did that the last few months. I think I've given out 3 compliments to like 3 random dudes. I was like, "Hey man, I like that jacket," and that was it. And then I kept walking.
Yeah.
And maybe they're in the shower right now, smiling. Probably not though.
Yeah, like showing interest, you know. Hey, I like that jacket. Like, where'd you get it from? You know, even that.
Like I actually got it
They'd be
from.
excited to talk about it.
Yeah, like watch someone's face light up when you say, "Where'd you get those pants?"
Yep.
I thrifted them actually from the so and so.
These.
Shifting gears, something I thought about recently. A question for you guys as well, and maybe to the audience as well.
Okay.
Do you like yourself?
Yes. I would
Sure
say
do.
that would be my initial answer is yes.
Do you like yourself? And maybe I'll add a little caveat.
Yeah.
And do you think you're a good person?
Yeah, in general, I would say I'm a good person. I obviously have my flaws, and I do things that maybe I didn't think I would do before, whether that's shit. I don't know. Everyone makes mistakes sort of thing, you know. It's like, there's some things you wouldn't do again or whatever. But yeah, I would say ultimately I'm a good person, and I like to carry myself in that way, and I like to do things that would make me, at least myself, feel like a good person, and I guess in other people's perception, a good person, whether that's, I don't know.
But you're not
Working.
faking it. It's with good intention.
No, I wouldn't say I'm faking it, but then you think about what considers you to be a good, you know, everyone has different like,
versions of
perception of good. So it's like, yeah, I think I'm good, but someone could look at me and be like, well, you drink alcohol, so you're bad.
Yeah, or you
know?
smoke weed, so you're a bad person.
You know what I mean? So like, what even is good?
What about Noah? Does Noah like himself?
Let's say the older I get, I definitely do. And I mean, yeah, I'm full of myself as everybody else is to an extent where I'm too fixated on myself that I'm not like always worrying about other people, but I'm never trying to attack or put anybody beneath me because who even am I and how many iterations do I need to keep changing myself to keep evolving? So I would say deeply inside, yeah, I definitely do like myself. Good person, generally speaking, I would say yes. I don't have devious motives for any person but myself. Like I'm out to just line them up, knock them down like dominoes. I don't think about that, and I'm not confrontational, so I don't really even want to put somebody in a position to just make somebody else feel uncomfortable too. So
I would just say that I fundamentally think that I'm a good person, but like Rob said, I have flaws that I don't like, but I would say I'm a good person. The one, do I like myself? I don't even know how I want to answer that. I
That's a deep ass question. Like because you can look at that in a lot of ways.
To be honest, I like myself more than, anyone. I think that's how everyone is, right? Like you're supposed to like yourself more than put yourself first in a way,
I don't think I've been kicked like too hard on the ground and like stepped on to where I could see where there's a lot of people that probably do struggle with just feeling okay with who they are. But definitely tons of flaws that got to keep changing, because there's just a lot of old habits that I'll just be set in my ways that don't affect anybody else but myself.
It's
so
a deep question,
there's
though.
tons of things to be worked on and improved, and I think I don't think any of us are ever going to be in a position where like everything's going
like I'm
100%.
obsessed with myself in a way where I'll constantly try to improve or like do different things in my life or get new skill sets and things like that, like because I want to be the best version of myself. Like I'm not putting in that work for no one else.
Facts.
But then there's aspects of part of me that I'm like, I can be better. So it's like I don't like that part about me, but I'm hoping to change. And like I know I'm never going to be a perfect person. So am I just going to consider myself to be a bad person because I have bad things about me?
Yeah, you can't call yourself a bad person if there's always something to improve on with yourself.
Right?
The goalpost always changes, no matter what you deem as this is exactly what I should be doing, or I'm happy I did this for myself. It's like, cool, now what?
And yeah, there's things that everyone could agree on that's bad, but it goes back to what even is bad, and there's different scales of bad for different people.
My knee-jerk reaction is like, oh, I do like myself, because how could you not? Like, it's me.
That's all you got.
You
That's
only
the
get
thing.
That's all I
what
got.
you-
But the more I think about it, I don't know if I do like myself, because I'm.
Do you feel like you've done bad things then that make you think that?
I think it's doing things. I'm trying to think of a specific
Doing things that you
example.
shouldn't be doing?
Doing things like today I didn't hit 10,000 steps. This might sound a bit
That doesn't make you a
trivial.
bad person, though.
That's
But
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
But that can make you feel like you don't like yourself
Boom.
enough today.
Like, yeah, I don't
It's
know.
like, oh man, that's unacceptable, or I'm upset that I didn't reach that.
Like I said, I don't think I'm a bad person, because I think I do 99% good. I mean, probably 1% bullshit, if I'm being honest. But the like myself thing is like, I didn't hit the 10,000 steps, and then it's like, I'm like, why?
Do you go, well, why did I not hit
But
that? Do you
that
go,
shouldn't be classified as not liking yourself, but more of like being hard on yourself. Because someone could look at you and say like, well, at least you got up and did something today, and that's
or
good.
you tried to get those steps in?
True. I went to the gym, but I was like, I would tell myself I needed to be doing these steps, and then I didn't. And then I'm like, what's wrong with you?
Why was it? Time management, tired?
It was fatigue, like tiredness, which to me isn't an excuse. I think I look at myself like, if I told someone, hey, I want you to get 10K steps today, and they didn't, and then gave me the excuse of I was tired, I wouldn't like that. So that's why I'm
Yeah.
like, I don't like that about myself, that I'm like,
Yeah. What does that just like rewire you and push you to like, okay, time to not make that happen next time?
yes. That way
You don't fix it on the next day, and then now you're just getting further and further behind.
So it's something like, maybe it's a day by day thing. Maybe there's days where I'm absolutely in love with myself, and there's other days where I'm like, you despicable piece of shit.
And that's fair.
I
to
think
say
that's
too
normal.
with everyone.
I
Like,
think that's normal.
yeah, that's normal.
But
I think
yeah.
it's just saying it out loud. Most people would just think, maybe watching you like, oh, Rhino's got the perfect life. I see all the girls in the videos. I see all the views. He gets to do his dream job. So like, he's got to love himself. He's got to love life. And then you're over here like, there's little things that you just wish you could be doing better at. So I think it's respectful to even just say that, because most people could even just assume everything's just going dandy. And it's like, nah, these are little things that you yourself are trying to fix, as am I, with all the little tidbits that obviously can be fixed.
Yeah, it just, to me, I guess, boils down to knowing what my potential is, and then if I don't believe that I'm meeting that potential, then I view that as shameful, and why would I like someone who behaves like that? So then I'm like, I don't want to be like that, so let me change those things. So I think that's
And are you working towards changing those?
I am.
And there you go.
And
And
that's
I
all
think then that's the best thing to do. You're not just complaining, and because then you're just gonna get upset with yourself, and you get stuck in your head, and then you know, you could start be feeling really upset or depressed.
Yeah, laying in my bed, I hate myself. Like, oh shit. But then I do be eating the pizza, and then I'm like in bed, like, oh, I hate myself. But then I'll be eating it like, damn, this shit's good.
That pizza be good though.
It do be good.
I had some fan questions, and this one can kind of tie in with your steps or just in general of just your life. Would you rather go back in time and change whatever you want, or know what your future is, but you don't get to go change it? You just get to find out what happens.
If I go back in time, do I have the same knowledge I have now? Like same things I know now that I can bring back in time?
I would say, yeah, technically yes. But you also, with what you know now, you could think, do I want to take a peek through the curtains and see how much more did I get better at? Because if I'm already here, clearly I'm on a path to hopefully be better. So like, would you go back and go redo those steps? Or would you rather look into the future and be like, holy shit, I ended up fucking doing 20K of steps by 2026, and I've knocked out not just the steps and fitness, but X, Y, and Z too. Because I think all we normally do is we chase nostalgia, where we're always fixated over the past or past things, and I think that's what makes being human fun, because you can think about the good stuff too. But would you want to go back and change anything, or would you want to just find out what happens? Because I feel like also, for me, if I knew my future, that also is scary, because it's like, fuck, do I really want to know that right now? Because it's easy to be, that's where the fear is of something unknown, but you know what happened before this.
And there's no going back. So say you go back in time, there's no going back to the current time.
And then that new future won't be the same anymore.
Or so you just have to relive all that time, or either...
Yes, you got to relive it, and you can change all that, but then it could completely even change the current moment that you're about to...
Because, yeah, then I go in the future. I'm not going to like that, because then I'm like, damn, I missed out on all that. But then I guess I would still remember those memories.
But then what if you put peeks into the future and you're like, oh, you have a wife and kids within the next 2 years, and you're like, oh, shit. Like, I didn't even... That's kind of stressing me out right now.
Is it just a peek into the future, or I go into the future?
No,
Yeah,
just
which
peek.
one
Just
is
peek.
it?
Just peek.
Oh, just a peek.
Yeah.
Oh, a peak?
Damn, that's a hard one. Go in the back.
I think that would suck more, though, if you had to just get sucked into the future.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, fuck, I just skipped 40 years, and now it's like the click remote Adam Sandler, and, yo, I don't want to get to this part at 40 where, you know,
right.
a lot of things I missed out on.
I'm going to go back in time, actually. It's going to be mentally stressful because...
But how far back? If you get, they'll let you pick. They'll let you go back tomorrow.
Just like peek back in time and see what you were up to, type of thing?
No, you can go back and then like change it too.
And change it.
Yeah,
Okay.
so you can start there. So like Ryan could go back and go get those steps in, but you can if he wanted to pick one day, but you have the whole past, you could choose 2, 5. 2 would suck, because then you'd be a grown ass man and a 2-year-old. I don't know how that would work. There's got to be probably like a cutoff, probably like 10. Maybe like 10 is where that's the earliest.
Would you form like a consciousness or something?
Well, because if you go back...
Couldn't you be too fucking smart, and they're like, how does this kid know everything?
If you go back at the early Bitcoin days, you could just do that and you'll be set.
True.
But then what would your life look like?
No, exactly.
I would go back a few years. Maybe...
Like, would you go back to college, or would you go back to like just...
I'd go...
Still 20s.
I'd go back maybe 3 to 4 years.
Okay. There's some things you think you would rather change.
Yeah. 3 to 4, because any more it would be too stressful.
No, because then there'd be some drastic changes.
It depends on what I would want to change, you know.
Well, I wouldn't want to redo making YouTube videos all over again and start from scratch.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I can't. That's too much fucking work.
Or like
that was a lot of hard work.
But
you have all the same energy.
Where I'm at in life now, okay, yeah, say, hey, I'm into crypto now, and I wish I got in Bitcoin back when it was.
If I would have hit that sports betting parlay.
Then I'll go back to when Bitcoin was a cent, and I'd put in $1,000.
But then, what if all your friends and you don't even talk to your like you don't know what that could change?
But that's also true.
It's a gamble.
Yeah,
or you're
up,
but everybody else is envious of you because they're like, oh, Rob's a crypto millionaire now. He figured it out. Or
and
everybody
just changed as a person.
Or what if
like,
everybody
once I
wants
became
something
rich
out of
at
you?
a young age.
You didn't change, but the money makes everybody change around you.
I'm changing my mind. I think I just want to peek into the future because I'm thinking about all the videos we made. I don't want to make that again.
Because if it's just a peek, then yeah, like I don't think I want to peek in the past and just see what I've been up to, but I'd peek in the future.
But then you kind of know. And then let's say like you got to see. This goes into a next question. I think you might have answered it in something that somebody else asked. Like, what if you already saw your future person if you choose to have children and stuff, and then you might see that person in passing before that even happens. You're like, damn, it's gonna be that one at one point. Not like because you don't get to change anything. You get to just see it as it is. Because then the next question was, maybe we already talked about it. Maybe just not on a podcast. Do you think soulmates are real? That everybody has a soulmate? We've definitely touched upon this in reactions, but I don't think in depth like we are right now.
I mean, it's one of those things where it's like, I would like to believe so, but have I experienced that?
Because
I
technically,
guess not, right? Like,
if you stay in your radius or your small town, you never left, went to another state, or got to even experience more people outside of what you grew up in, and you find somebody that makes you the happiest person ever, you could just tell yourself, this is my soulmate, because I am the happiest I am with this person.
that's what I was about
But
to
was
say.
that meant to be? Because what happens if you were supposed to live in Thailand for 2 years, Tokyo, or...
The people that have soulmates are the ones that say soulmates are a thing, you know?
I guess you guys both just have to agree.
It's just something you say, honestly.
Yeah.
But then what happens to that? And then that person breaks your heart, and then next person makes you feel even
Because
happier.
how much times have you heard that in a relationship? Oh, you're my soulmate, and then you break up. What the heck? I thought that was your
Guess
soulmate.
I wasn't it.
Or they say their soulmates in the caption, and then all the posts are deleted next week. And I'm trying to figure out what went wrong.
I think your soulmates, like, once you're together forever and you die together, and then, like, oh, they were soulmates. But I think you can't classify yourself as soulmates as a couple. I guess that's what I would say. Because, like, you can say that. It sounds good to say. Like, hey, we're soulmates.
Yeah, to me, it just sounds good on paper. I think anybody can say that they have a soulmate.
Yeah, I can't disprove that.
And also, and yeah, we did say this, but you could have a soulmate and be married to them for however many years, and then y'all die together, and it's all beautiful and shit. But soulmate implies that it's only one person, whereas you could have multiple soulmates. If you move somewhere and have a different life path, you could meet your soulmate in France when you move to France. You could meet your soulmate when you move to Colombia.
I guess I just thought the concept was you only get one soulmate. But I guess maybe you can have multiple soulmates, and why can't you, right? Like, if you say someone's your soulmate and then you divorce or you break up, are you not allowed to find love again because that was your soulmate, but like he doesn't want to talk to me no more, she doesn't want to talk to me no more? But you know what I mean?
We
So
soulmates,
like,
though.
can you not have multiple soulmates then? Yeah, that's the question.
Because a lot of my soulmates blocked me. It's all good, though.
And yeah, what considers it a soulmate if both of you guys say it's a soulmate? Because you can tell someone, you're my soulmate, and they can be like, no, I don't want to talk to you like that.
That seems absolutely
So it has to be both ways.
Do you guys all want to have kids, though?
I do. Once I find my soulmate.
Somebody asked, what age are you ready to lock in and be a father? If you guys could pick a number.
34.
There's no right answer, though.
Okay.
Because then you're 34, and then you're in a situation where it's like, well, I don't want to have a kid, you know?
And if it ain't 34, then fuck it.
Yeah, imagine 34 passes and Ryan's like, so.
I think when it feels right? Like when you're with that.
Yeah, like I don't think
That's what
there's
I'm assuming.
Is there an age limit to it? Because what if I was 24, but I got Logan Paul money? It's like I have all the means and more to raise a child properly because I know at least financially and the life experiences and the things I can put them in are things that people just can't do. Because, obviously having a child is extremely difficult and a lot of people struggle with the children, and then the child sometimes has a really hard life and they struggle too. And it's like, dang, should I have brought that person in this world if myself wasn't already where I'm going to be? But then
I
also,
would say it's harder now too. I mean, I don't
way
have any
harder.
kids, but I could just only assume. Because I mean,
inflation going up.
my parents and maybe your guys' parents had, what age did they have their first kid?
My parents were all in their 30s. They were like,
See,
Same.
mine were
34
young,
and
like
up.
20,
Yeah.
22.
have you asked
23.
them what that was like?
They handled it pretty well, I think. But, it's different cases for each
Right.
family,
Right. That's the thing. Nobody in the world is going to have unlimited money. Not everybody is going to be lucky to have unlimited money to even just have that as an option. It's like, no.
Yeah, and then people.
This is my career path and this is this. I want to settle down and have a family as you should.
And then you have people that view just like necessities, differently. Like some people are more minimal, where it's like, well, I don't even need a lot, so
Yeah.
yeah, I can have a kid. Where it's, and then there's some people where it's like, well, I want this, and that, so I can't afford to have a kid too.
I think having a child is a very sacrificial thing to do, which I like that concept of not having something else to live for other than myself. And the fact that my ancestors kept doing that and now I'm here, and when it just ends with me, I'm like, damn, I can't do that. So
The concept of it ending with you is like, yeah, nah, I can't. Yeah.
like I gotta do my part.
And I feel like I've learned so much in life too that I want to pass it down, and there's an instinct in me that wants to teach and do that too. Why not?
Who trying to get knocked up?
Comment.
Comment.
Taking out all morals, ethics, all the problems with this, raising this, and this would never, ever, ever happen. But just thinking about, like, all the combinations of, dang, what would my child look like if it was half me, half Ethiopian, half me, half Asian,
Yeah,
half
I
me,
thought
half
about
Chinese, half me.
That's
this.
tough.
And it's like there's so many combos that there's could be any of them.
I want to hear from people who have multiple children with multiple different people, what that experience is like. Because I think it's frowned upon because, all right, you can't go to every soccer game. Like, you know, it's all split up and
And then
everything.
every kid has a different perception of you in their head.
Exactly. And, well, dad's only free on this time, whatever. Because when you have multiple children or multiple women or women with multiple
It's
guys,
tough.
it's logistics, finances is
a
very
lot.
difficult.
Right.
But is there something beautiful in that where you have this massive family tribe thing? I don't know.
As like a thought, because I'm not there, like I'm thinking 30 plus, but then there's the, like, where am I at career-wise, success-wise? Like, am I doing a lot where, like, okay, all right, if I feel good here, I could be the younger dad. Like, obviously I want to be 30 plus and then keep it pushing. But then it's like, what if you accidentally have one within the next 9 months and you're like, oh shit, this is a fucking slap in the face. Got to buckle up.
That's a case for a lot of people.
No, I
too,
know,
I
and
say.
it just happens, and you're like,
You know what I mean?
cool, we doing this? But yeah, we're just spitballing, and yeah, I'm thinking 32 minimum, and I will
like that number.
come back to that.
I
I'll be
like that
when
number.
I'm there, I'll be like, oh fuck, all right, I bet it came a little faster, or I'll go, yeah.
Yeah.
Shit's locked in
That time's going to creep
Who
up
knows?
fast, too, which is crazy.
very fast.
I had this one that I was thinking about. You guys have heard when women call other women pick-me's.
Oh yeah,
And
all the time.
that's a slur or that's an insult. That always perplexed me because I'm a pick me. It's like, yes, pick me.
Is it a slur though?
It is. Like if, I don't want to come off like a pick me. And I'm like,
Okay.
so wanting to be attractive or wanting to draw the attention of the other gender is bad? What are we doing here? I'm over here like, yeah, ladies, over here.
Yeah.
This guy.
Do they feel like it's because the girls aren't trying to be their true selves? They're just purposely doing it to get chosen?
I find
So
that
they
to
feel like
be
they're being inauthentic by you're baiting, you're saying clearly the things that, of course, the guy's going to want to pick you tonight or over Instagram or over text or in person because of that thing you did. And it's like, but like you said, what's wrong with that?
I think women will assume, you're being a pick me because you're not being true to yourself. But oftentimes, whenever I hear women say that, it's like, not to sound like a pick me, and they'll say something they really believe. But it's like they're going against the tribe of, you're not supposed to do things for the explicit pleasure of the opposite gender. So you're bad if you're a girl who wants to, I don't know, stay home and make fucking coasters and sell them on Etsy all day. Like, that's bad.
Like, yeah, I'll be the traditional wife that stay home, cooks, cleans.
Pick me. You're a pick me girl.
Oh, that's what I want to do.
It feels,
Yeah.
I don't like that term. It feels very divisive to me. And I hate that that's an insult now, is wanting to be wanted by the people you want.
Yeah, let me get the girls' thoughts in the comments on that, because I almost just feel like it's so difficult to just be a girl in general, just with how are you guys able to filter through the fakeness of all the girls that you talk to on the internet in real life versus the real ones? Because the ones that I've heard that are like besties, they be talking just as much shit about each other to the other people or even me, and then I'm like, well, is that what a best friend would do, I guess? Because you guys just, I don't know.
Yeah, I guess I don't fully understand the pick me. I would need more examples, but yeah. No.
You never, well, I'm sure you've heard that before, obviously.
Yeah, no, I definitely heard that.
If any girl says anything that's
Like, I like to watch hockey or something. Oh, you're being a pick me.
Yeah, or like you're a girl that's into all the sports, you know all the players and stuff.
Yeah, I
You start
get
saying
that.
it at like people would just assume that.
Yeah.
Oh, of course, you're only doing that just to get those guys.
Just to get the attention.
and so what if she is? Is that fundamentally wrong?
Maybe
No,
not
which
to you, but to the girls it is, I
I think
guess.
society deemed that to be like a bad thing, right?
So how's it
Like,
supposed to go then?
So everyone's just supposed to stay separate? That's why I don't believe in it. That's why I think it's a
Because
big
you know,
lot of hoopla.
you know the amount of fake nicest girls I've had on first dates, and then after that they turn into a whole other person, and I was like, damn, well they had me fooled off the jump.
If anything, it's a really polite thing to do. Like, let's say, I don't know, there's a girl that I like and she's big into fishing, and I sort of say, oh, you know,
Like you never fished ever,
and
really.
I never fish, but I'm like, oh, fishing's dope. Well, I'm doing that simply to save her feelings and make her feel a bit happier about something she's passionate about. If
Yeah.
anything, I think that's an honorable thing that I
Right.
would do, even if I don't love fishing. So yes, then by that definition, I'm a pick me then.
Okay, here's the Urban Dictionary definition of a pick-me girl. A pick-me girl is a girl who seeks male validation by indirectly or directly insinuating that she is not like the other girls. Basically a female version of a simp. Characteristics of a
Okay.
pick-me girl.
Okay.
Let men walk all over her because of her carefree demeanor. Only hangs out with men because they're unproblematic. Exerts qualities, characteristics of her male counterparts that were not initially present to be more likable and relatable to them, etc.
So Ryan's a simp and lets girls walk all over him.
So it's like a simp version, I guess. Okay, if you look at it like that.
If
No, that
simp
was-
is a pick me.
That was a loaded definition because even the concept of I hang out with guys because they're less problematic. I think a lot of girls do actually do that.
Yeah, I think a lot of the girls do the things, but they classified this pick me as like a simp does. There's a lot of guys that do get girls flowers and this and that and that would consider them a simp. So it's like, yeah. Some people, they just made that word a sort of negative thing.
Like, or specifically any girl that's trying to get a bunch of male validation. Well, it could be that. It could be getting male validation. It could be just a girl who just wants to be liked by a certain guy or whatever. I don't know. I don't think people are bad for wanting validation from the opposite gender.
Some people like that and some people don't. Same thing with the simp. Some people like simps, some people don't.
Because I just
guess
don't
I haven't had too many girls try to pick me, so I guess I can't even.
Yeah, I've never even really seen one.
I guess
in
if I
real
was a
life.
girl in the group and I see how one's clearly acting, maybe that'd piss me off, but I don't know. I wish they would just be lunging at me. Like, oh my God, I love you too. I'm like, fuck yeah, let's
That's
talk,
what I'm saying.
Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
I could put you in a video.
If you saw a pick me in the wild, a girl out of the friend group, she's just lying to Noah, just trying to say, "Oh, I love editing in YouTube. I love Premiere Pro."
I'm gonna feel good all day.
You'd be
Or
like,
can I come watch you? I'm just editing today.
Yeah.
What are you doing? You want to go? I'm just editing. I'll come watch you. All right, bet.
Yeah, I'd be happy.
I'll probably get done faster. We can go do something.
I
Yeah.
think it's a beautiful thing.
I need to hear more from the girls. I don't know too.
Yeah, let's
I
hear-
don't know too much.
That's more of a girl term, right? Pick me. I don't.
It's a
guys
girl
don't get
insult
called
is what it
pick-me.
is.
Guys are simps. Girls are pick me's.
When's our next meetup? Are we doing any meetups in 2025? And where should we go next? We've only, out of 4 years, done one real one, and that was the one that we did in Rialto. And seeing that, does that ever sit on your mind? Obviously, was exhausting. We were standing up from 1 to 7 p.m. and I didn't decide to eat food before we did that because I didn't think that anybody would show up. So shout out to everybody that we promoted on this channel to come find us. But I feel like I want to go to East Coast next. I feel like either got to go back to Maryland, Philly,
I feel like it's only
potentially
right.
Florida. Like I would love to just do another organized one this year.
And it did give us an idea of, people will show up, and we have people that are supporting us in that way.
I think it was amazing speaking to so many young men that were like 20, 22, and they said they had been watching us since high school, or kids that were now in high school and had watched us since elementary school. And it was just a mind-boggling thing I'm like, am I 50 years old? But then also, we also all started super young in our late teenage years. So
Like, we have such a cool fan base, and it made me realize, wow, these, the people behind, the number on the screen are actually really cool, and they think just like us in different ways, or they'll come, everyone's dressed really cool. I'm like, wow, like, everyone's dope. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
that's kind of,
And I remember
it was cool to see our community in a way.
And I really would want to redo, like, we did a haphazard one in New York at Washington Square Park. Again, we thought, we were at a pizza shop.
That was fun.
20 minutes before, Ryan and Rob were just down eating a delicious-ass, big-ass slice of pizza, and they're like, is anybody even going? And then we got a text from our friend that was already there, and they said, yo, there's like 200 people, and that was insane. But then that night, we had like a little speakeasy club we got to host, and we had about a good 30, 40 people there that were all 21 and above, and that was like an amazing experience, just being able to talk to everybody and like literally get lit and have fun. I remember I felt so good with that, but I was like, damn, I want to have like a, because we don't go to the clubs, but imagine we get to make our own club where we have all the people that want to come see us.
That was real fun. We got to do more stuff like that for sure.
Yeah.
Just the experience alone and just being able to communicate and talk to the people that watch us and whatnot and support us. That was the best part.
All right, what's one state this year you guys would be open to, and then what would be even one out of state? Like if, because like I've been to London, I've been to Spain, people knew us over there. You guys went to Iceland, motherfuckers knew you guys.
Man, that was crazy.
Yeah, that was insane. And that was a long time
You guys went to
ago.
Ireland and people knew you. Like that was 6 years ago, 7 years
We
ago.
have such a different fan base now.
I feel like we've already made our digital imprint, so as long as we keep posting, there will be people that will still follow us.
I gotta go to Florida. I want to see what the Florida people are doing. That's where I was born.
I have a friend that goes to FSU, and I know that college campus is crazy.
Gotta go to Florida. That's mandatory.
Tampa, Miami.
I want to hit every city.
There's nothing stopping us,
Little
though.
Florida trip.
Like my.
Do we bring the podcast
Orlando.
set up? We just kind of update y'all.
I mean, the podcast gives us even another reason to travel.
Yeah.
And what's stopping us from, down the line doing shows and live tour events? And
I think these are great aspirations to have, and we're only on episode 6. Like I think we're thinking long term, and I think that is very possible. All this is
with
very
the meetup
possible.
so alone, I think we should do another one soon because that one was good.
I feel like we don't even have to promote it as much as we did. I feel like people know the deal, and they're gonna pull up. Because I didn't realize the effect. I didn't realize people kept showing up, and I'm not gassing ourselves, but the owners and everybody there was like, "Are you guys sure you don't want to cut it off?" We were like, "No, we want to meet every single person."
Yeah.
We waited till it got dark, and Billy had some kids help me carry some stuff to the car after we were done because I needed help just wrapping stuff up. But
That was legendary. It'll definitely be one of my most fondest memories of my entire life. Like when I'm old and in a bed somewhere at some nursing home, I'll be thinking about that day. So
Right.
anyone that comes to any meetups that we do in the future,
yeah, I guess comment where you guys live, and we'll look at like the top 3 most.
Yeah, we're pulling up to wherever.
Real quick, guys, before you continue watching this podcast, if you want to see this podcast early, extra podcasts, extra videos, extra reactions, vlogs, all that cool content, go to mystrawberrypark.com and become a member. We got exclusive merch, and we have so much content that we're posting weekly for you over there. So if you want to support us outside of these YouTube videos, go do that. And back to the podcast.
this is another random thing I thought. I'm a very nervous person. What makes you guys anxious? Where you're on edge, like, ugh.
Like if I'm in an area I'm unfamiliar with, like say I'm out in public or something. Sometimes even driving in an area or something that I'm unfamiliar with, because you never know, bro. Mm-hmm. But that's not too often. I guess I find myself in an alley or something. But
in a dark alley somewhere,
Yeah.
random
I'm
place.
trying to think.
Not at gas stations at nighttime be spooking me because I watch too many gore videos, so I just think like I don't want to be one of these security footage
No facts.
clips,
Yeah.
and then damn, that's that. Like when I go to like a 7-Eleven or a gas station, if I'm gonna go in, I'll park first. I'll like wait a sec, kind of look around, and then I'm like, all right, I'll go grab that snack. Because I just be seeing too many clips online that I've traumatized myself. I'm like, oh god, I'm gonna be the guy at the ATM and some guy taps me on the head, and I'm gonna be just caught lacking.
Mine's probably too many to name. Like I said,
I feel like Ryan has quite a few.
I'm like a naturally on edge person. What was that? Like that's just how I have always been my whole life.
I think when I just don't have, when I'm working on something and it's not done, that just it's hard for me to worry about anything else because I'm just trying to make sure that thing is done.
Because right now the list is starting to go off in my head of things. Weather, any like
Large crowds.
Do you think it goes down to you also have a very impulsive personality that you've said? So like if you get one thing you like it, you want to get a lot of that, or if you get that high from something, you want to reach that again. So second you feel like something feels off, you act on it really quick because that's just kind of like in your nature.
I don't think my impulsive nature
Translates to being anxious.
translates to my anxiety. Rather, I think I'm naturally a sensitive person to everything, like every emotion.
Okay.
So bad feelings, I'm extra sensitive. I'll feel more bad, whatever.
Got it.
Or happy, I'll feel super happy, whatever. For example, let's go with super loud concert music. Any concert.
And is that safety? Is that just the noise is bothering you?
It's uncomfortable because I can't.
Or is that because that's a spot that has a lot of different things that trigger?
There's too many things
different
to be
aspects of
stimulated
what
by.
may cause anxiety for you.
Like the music, obviously, you don't know anybody here, so you don't know, is there somebody that's just behind me that's just going to just fucking
music,
pickpocket me?
crowd, people you don't know at that. So you're thinking of multiple different things that's affecting the way you're able to enjoy this event, which you can't, because it overbears it.
Exactly. It's the perfect anxiety soup concoction. People I don't know, dark, super loud music, I can't even hear myself think.
Yeah.
Where are the exits?
Was there one that was really traumatizing, or you've been to enough where your consensus is like, yeah, those are not for me?
I've been to a few, and that was enough for me. I immediately know. It's kind of like when I ate ketchup. I was like, oh, I'll never have this again.
Okay, when did you find out about the ketchup thing?
Ketchup makes me anxious.
Like was that like
child from when I was a child? I always hated that shit.
Damn.
And do you think that this anxiety is detrimental in any way? Like, obviously, it's good to overthink in certain ways and to be safe and cautious for this and that. But do you feel like it holds you back in any way at all?
Like, you think that could set you back, like, just day to day, I
Because
guess.
like Noah was saying, like, people could watch and be like, Ryan has a perfect life, this and that. Anxiety isn't even a thought that comes across viewers' minds, even people because I feel like that could be easy to hide too. People may not know you even have anxiety.
To answer your question, it absolutely is a double-edged sword. There's 100% negatives that come with it, which I could probably sit and simmer on and think about and be like, okay, yeah, I'm less adamant to fly a different place because I don't want to deal with ridiculous turbulence, which I've had to deal with many times before, which I hate, which causes me crazy anxiety.
And I think it's good to even talk about anxiety too, because sometimes people don't even know how to recognize it within themselves, because maybe they don't have anyone to talk to, or they haven't talked to anyone about it, because that can be a more touchier subject or whatever.
I still get them confuse stress and anxiety. I always be stressed, so I never know how to be like, is that my anxiety? Like, I don't know where the line blurs on this is the stress and this is the anxiety, because then if I'm stressed about something, I know why I'm stressed about it.
And then
I
is
try to
stress
fix
just
it.
worrying about it too much? And like,
and then I'm like, okay, but is worrying and stress different? Is worrying sounds like more underneath the anxiety umbrella.
But it's like worrying a lot anxiety. So it's like, what's the...
Because I'm always
how do
worrying
you
about
classify
things.
it? And I get that. I think I'm more there too. I'm like, maybe I do have anxiety in certain aspects and certain things I do or think about in my life, but maybe I haven't pinpointed, exactly, what that is. And I'm sure that's when therapy could come into play. But
Correct.
This is our therapy.
This
So
is
I've
therapy.
heard
No,
bars.
because with social media,
Podcast.
I don't know if you guys feel the same, but like, there's always this urge of like, should I be doing 10 times more than what we are already doing? And I think that's because we've reached different feats where it's like, there's levels to the number tax bracket you want to be in terms of like followers or views or the money you can make. So it's kind of, you can be the YouTuber that has 1 million subs and has their cult audience, and you can just stick with your format and just do what always works and evolve slowly over time to that new person you become. But then there's I have the skill set to also do what this guy's doing, and I think that's corny as hell, and I could do that way better. And then I could do this, and then I could multiply and do that. Or I could be the guy that hires a whole team, I train this team, and then now I can do everything that's in my head. And it's like, what do I want? What route do I want? I know I can reach either one of these. So I always think I can be stressed or worry about, okay, what...
You almost dictate on what you think about, right? And what you think about is what you stress about, and what you stress about is what
But I
you
stress
have
about knowing
anxiety
that
about.
not even just me, like all of us, we could be doing all of them. Or like we could go any route. It's like, well, we could be, but like if we really wanted to, we could figure out how to be KSI Logan Paul level. But then it's what worrying and stress does that bring along? And then there's just the route of just being like cool, low key over. I don't know. I think I'll go on my feed and I'll see all these people with all the fan bases they've cultivated. And I'm like, there's so much to always conquer, and I think that's where it gets
depends on
really
the
stressful.
person,
And
right?
I also feel like our job never turns off. So no matter what I'm doing, I'm always thinking about it. Like, what's the next move? What's the next, the next chess piece. So, but then seeing how fast time goes by, I don't currently have too many regrets, but then I'm like, okay, what happens if I'm 32 and I'm like, damn, what if I had done this then? What could have that been? So I think I'll worry more about the success spectrum. That's like, what will I get and how much do I want?
And I guess what you think you can handle. And like,
No,
if you already are saying, oh, this is going to stress me out, okay, then probably don't do that.
Correct,
then. Like,
correct.
you know what I mean? Or if you want
But
to
then what if I want to
mindset-
take on that challenge though?
Yeah.
It's like, this could be really stressful.
Yeah.
But like, I know I could do it better than that guy. Or there's a blueprint for kind of like whether it's business, views, everything. It's all kind of out there if you just do your research. Like, you can really figure it out. So it's just.
And then I think that's when anxiety gets separated from stress, because anxiety is more about like.
Yeah, because
I
I'm
could
thinking
be
more.
stressed
I'm thinking
about-
more career based right
Yeah,
now.
I could be stressed about this work, but my anxiety is allowing me to not even do any
That's
work
true.
at all.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like, well, that's where that separates it, because it's more mental and more like, I don't even know. You have to like get through it in a different way. What are some other things that strike your anxiety, you think?
I was sitting here pondering some because there's definitely a lot. So I said concerts, super loud music,
flying, weather.
flying,
Which is all fair.
definitely flying,
that
parking garages, like when you go all the way down, you at the bottom, and I'm like, if this bitch collapsed right now, I'm cooked. Let's see.
Wait, that's why I hate cruise ships, because I just be thinking like, bro, I could go to sleep and this thing flips upside down.
There's certain words that if people text me, I'll be like, I don't like that
Oh,
word.
I think you've expressed that. I know what word it is.
There was one, this happened. Colby wanted to go to the beach. I put this is on the membership website. She said, let's go to the beach and lay in the sand at midnight.
Yeah, I wasn't fond of this idea either.
And I was
when
like,
you told me this story.
I was like, why would anyone do that? And
she chose to go at like 11 midnight with you.
we went there,
She must have just watched a movie or something.
and it was the most anxiety-inducing thing I've ever done, because in my mind, I'm constantly on this like defensive mode where I'm looking at all exits and where can I leave and whatnot. And she's like, just lay in the sand and look at the stars. And I'm like, who is that in the fucking distance, bruh? Do you see that motherfucker? And she's like, it's just a person walking. I'm like, why is there a fucking one person walking in the beach at 12:06 at night, bruh? Talking about don't pay attention to him. I'm going to, because what if he starts walking over here? Then I got to handle some shit because you're here too. So that I was so nervous, and I was anxious for almost a week and a half after that. My body couldn't just calm down after that one incident of being at the beach at midnight, looking at these dark shadowy figures in the distance walking, and then one guy's on the beach, and I'm like, why he coming closer? And she's like, just put your head back. I'm like, no, bro, I gotta stay alert.
So why do you think it lingers like that? You know, even like a situation or an experience. Is it like, do you think about it?
Why is it still like attached to you?
Is it? Do you think?
for-
Do you
for
replay
weeks?
it and be like, oh, what would happen if this, or that, or?
But then you also just said at the beginning, the lady that gave you a compliment at the pizza store, that also lingers for weeks after. So it seems like positive or negatives, like they hold a lot of weight with how your body takes that.
Yeah, they
Or your mind
linger.
interprets it.
The positive stuff lingers in my head, but then the anxiety-inducing things, it lingers in my subconscious, which is then really felt in my body. So yeah, I'll be naturally like, whether it be like I was short of breath for like a week and a half, almost 2 weeks after the beach incident.
I was about to say, you've had a panic attack before, right?
Like,
so like, yeah, your body's definitely felt stuff that I've never felt.
I wish there was more things I could immediately bring up that make me naturally anxious.
Because a lot of things you list off are very safety measures to me, and I completely get that. Like, I'm not trying to go to the beach at midnight, but then also there's the people that can be carefree and they live in the I'll be fine.
And it could also go with like, that's something that's out of your character even too. Like, you're not even, when's the last time you did that? You know what I mean?
Never.
Yeah,
So
but like,
it's
what if you grew up in California, you would go to the beach at night all the time with friends? So somebody like Colby's like, yo, let's go do that. That might have not felt out of left field for you. Do you have any struggles with trying to experience new things because you're already worried or have anxiety going into something because you haven't done that? So you kind of, I don't know, all the things that you're setting your ways on from your whole life. Like, do you feel like you like to hold on to what feels safe and comfortable versus maybe that night you could have ended up liking going to the beach at that time, and it took you out of your worries and stuff, but it clearly didn't.
I think my personality, my soul, and my being, I'm a naturally risk-averse person, and I am the opposite of an adrenaline junkie. So anything that gives any sort of adrenaline or thing of that nature, I don't like. I only like things that are calm in nature. Bookstore, coffee shop, walking around, going around DC on a Segway, like any museum, going into a plant store, things that are quiet. Because I think I already have a lot of
I was
stuff.
gonna say, it seems like you have so much noise going on in your head.
Exactly. So I
like
have
you
to
need
be,
things that are like less stimulating.
So the more whereas some people, they get off on the
yeah.
stimulation. They're like, let's go to a fucking rave. And I'm like, I will never go to the, I can't never say never, but like, I'm not going to a rave anytime soon. Yeah, even out in public, if it's dark at nighttime, walking around and shit, my head's on a swivel. I remember there was a situation I was with, I'm not trying to sound like some sort of ladies man, but it was me and like 6 girls and like their mom.
What?
It was this random ass link up, and they're all drunk, and we're leaving this function, this bar thing, and then they're like loud in the streets. We're walking in LA, in the middle of LA, and they're screaming, and I'm thinking to myself, what are y'all doing? Right now you're drawing attention to yourselves, and there's some goons and goblins that walk around these streets, and we're making ourselves a target here, and I can't defend all you ladies at the same time. So can we all be quiet and get to the next place we're going to? But that's because my mind's thinking like worst possible scenario and safety measures, whereas everyone else is like, just have fun and let's be loud. And that's just not who I am as a person.
With me, I feel like I always have a lot on my mind too, and I feel like maybe me being like, I would say I'm more fidgety in ways. Like I catch myself, like I'll even watch videos back and be like, wow, like I'm moving a lot or this and that. And like, I don't know if that stems from what that stems from exactly, or what, or why I'm like that, or why I even like playing with fidget toys. I think that helps. So like, what is it that makes me feel that way, you know? And what's stemming from that? Like, you know, I was never like that before. So it's like, I don't know what it could be.
And I've had to, like you were saying there, if you're watching yourself back and noticing things about yourself, I think that's important for people to do, is if you do notice things about yourself or your habits, you can decide whether is this a constructive, like, or is this a good thing about me, or is this something I want to change? And I do that all the time.
Did you know while it was happening for both of you that you were doing that, or you didn't even realize that till watching back? Like, did you know you were doing that in that moment?
I didn't, which is why I'm like, oh, that was my body's response to something.
Because when I watch myself back and I see, like, oh, why did I do that? I remember when I did that. So I kind of like, I go, okay, so when I feel that thing, that's what shows outward that I was thinking in my head. So,
and it could not even be anything, you know, it could just be like, oh, that's just how I am, you know, like.
That's true, yeah.
You know, but it's like, what makes you think? Like, what makes you act in certain ways, or do certain mannerisms, or do different switches or something, you know, I don't know.
I would just argue I'm just a sensitive person. That's what I would use to describe myself, as opposed to I have anxiety, because I don't like to.
Well, you could experience anxiety, I feel like, right? It's like, I guess you don't have to say you have anxiety, because you don't have anxiety right now. I guess you can say, like, I'm not anxious about anything right now, but in moments during the day, I may be anxious about something. Or
if I'm in the car and someone has super loud music on, that
like when it's too loud. It's
when it's
like,
too
okay.
loud.
No, so I don't mind. Me and Ryan, we went to go film with these pranksters back in like 2017, and it was like 7 a.m. and we had to drive to a college. They had that car on full blast with the bass turned up to like 10. I don't even know how they were able to just drive with that. And
that's a pet peeve of mine. It's a slight segue here. I can't stand if someone's talking while there's music playing.
Like if it's really loud, or just
if there's music playing on the thing and we're talking, I have to like pause the music to speak to someone.
I see that.
Even if the music's not blasting and it's not some crazy shit, I'm still like, stop. What were you saying? I was in a car with someone recently there, and I'm like sitting in the thing, like turning my shit up, like, all right, we'll play this music. And then they're like, so blah, 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 blah. And I'm like,
Wait,
Never-
you could just turn it down.
I'll just pause.
I'll
I just had to
the song.
pause it.
We can talk.
Basically, I'm a big fucking Teletubby.
Yeah, why is it when you drive and you're looking for a spot, you have to turn the,
Oh, yeah, I
the
do all the
volume
time.
down? Like,
Yeah.
why is that a thing?
Or like when I gotta lock in, all the music gets really quiet.
you got to lock in, turn the music down. When
Right?
It's like, okay, that has
You
nothing
just turn
to
it
do.
off completely.
And your car naturally puts the volume down when I reverse. I don't know if y'all's does that. This is another one. If you could be famous for anything, what would you be famous for?
If I want to be famous for something, I want to be famous for loving you.
Who sings
I
that?
want to be known around the world because of you, girl. I want to be the center of attention. Mind the pictures. I don't want to. Mason Ramsey? The
I know that
kid.
name.
Oh, the
The
YOLO
Walmart
kid?
yodeling kid.
Oh, what the hell happened
If
to
I'm
that
gonna
guy?
be famous for something.
The yodel motherfucker.
I wanna
Damn,
be
that was a
famous.
quick
Wow.
dying meme.
Yeah.
Shout
No,
out
but
to
he's
Damn.
good now. Like,
he really be singing like that.
no,
He's like grown
that
up
was
now?
like when he was a kid, but he's grown up now.
Oh, shit.
He has some good songs now.
Like I found Matty B Raps the other day. I don't know if y'all remember him. He was like this
Matty
like,
B.
child-
Raps.
Yeah, he's like 20 something now, and he was doing some Yeet style music, and I was like, "What's happening?"
Wow.
No way.
But
I
yeah,
gotta
yeah,
watch
famous. What would I be famous for if it could be anything?
YouTuber.
that. Yeah, like an artist of some sort though. Like that's just lit, right? Like,
I would want to be an NBA star.
Yeah, or like an
That was number
athlete
2
would
on
be
my list,
cool.
actually.
Even if I'm the same body, if I somehow was that fucking skilled,
or like the
good
inventor
God.
of something crazy, like
Damn.
Or like
yeah,
I
you're
cured
right. I ain't gotta
cancer.
go full athlete. Just
I'm famous for curing cancer. That's lit.
shit. Damn.
Would that be your preference?
Is that like my main thing?
Like, would you want to? That's
Oh shit, it's Rob.
Honestly, yeah, everyone would know. I would be worldwide famous, right?
I'd be scared too, though.
Everyone would have to get the Rob shot.
Do you care about the fan base and who the demographic would be of people who would be praising you? Like, do you want everyone, men, women, children, foreign?
Everyone they would just want to praise me. It's like, damn, this guy just saved my mom's life.
Noble.
I think just stemming from a kid, and as everybody's done, just lip syncing all my favorite male artists, whether it's Justin Bieber, whoever else, rapping, singing, being able to do both and just sell out stadiums. Man, being an artist or an NBA player would be
So you'd
a
pick
high.
like rock star travel.
I would want to be like
Michael
I
Jackson
think
style.
I'd be like a pop star. Yeah, I think
That
I'd
would be
rather be a
sick.
pop star
That's cool too.
with a little like I got a hint of dancing. I ain't got to do all of it, but like because I can't dance.
That
so,
ain't
like,
your main gig, but like you can hit.
But like I hit it, they're like, oh, he's busting out the set, or like the backup dancers are doing it, and then when that song that everybody knows that I made, I do it with them, and they're like, damn, that's what they were waiting for the whole show. Not because I always, oh man, because I'll never be that, and I'm okay with that. But like, damn, if I could, and obviously
say
I
never.
understand that's gonna come
Never
with
say never.
Yeah, no.
hey, hey.
Hey, Comethazine went from Comethazine to Frank Cole. I can go from Nobo to whatever that if I want to have a new
Jelly
name.
Roll just started popping off, and how old is he?
That's true. Joji was Pink Guy on YouTube going. "Ah."
You could rebrand.
Imagine me trying to be a 30-year-old pop star.
Everybody.
Everyone's like, no one's told him yet. We just let him sort of go.
Or y'all, you get me too excited at this podcast. I quit everything. I just fucking leave. I'm just.
Noah left to go on tour.
I'm doing
for
like
who knows who.
music reels. Day 105, trying to blow up as a pop star.
Oh shit.
And y'all are like, y'all see that new reel Noah just dropped? He's really doing this.
We sort of just let him post.
Doing 100% on IG Reels. Oh. Anyways. how was
Any
yours?
hoodies. I wanted
When I was
to,
guaranteed famous, yeah, I'd do that.
my whole life, and still to this day, I want to be a college basketball player.
Just college.
College. Not even NBA.
Because you get to now not go see the fans, but you get to feel that praise all around you for your whole time being in college too.
Something about the damn March Madness, something about the haircuts of a college
Professors
basketball
dapping you
player.
up. Hey, good luck tonight, Rhino.
The gear.
Oh yeah,
I would see college athletes with the fucking
bro,
gear.
the trench coats when it's cold,
and I
just a regular. All the fucking gear they were given was hard because they'd be sponsored and shit.
and they would say stuff like, I have 5 a.m. lift, and then something. They
Or
say
you're like, it's a 2 a day. You're like, damn, that guy really fucking working.
and I would
Sorry,
always
got
look,
practice later.
Yeah, exactly. Those.
I would always envy them because I thought that was so cool. They get this gear and they get to train at 6 a.m. And I'm like, my fat ass is not up at 6 a.m.
And they're also talented, so everybody respects that. And then also, I never understood, how are they balancing school with all this? And then you just give them extra praise, like, damn, they can do it.
They got the school on their back too, so it's like, yeah, you're relying on me.
Something about the community of the school fans is different, in my opinion, from the NBA fans.
I can see that. Or even the photo shoots, even for college shoots, the in between the legs.
That's what I'm saying. I never got that.
Ball on fire. They be doing that.
Like they post you on the XYZ men's basketball Instagram.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to be that, but I never could. Ain't that something?
And then you have to struggle with which lady you want to pick because everybody wants you.
That or I want to be Bryson Tiller.
Damn, out of all the artists?
Yeah. And it's like, oh, well, I'll be famous for something. I want to be famous for being Bryson Tiller.
I'm about to say, you just switched the prompt. You now want to just...
Who do you want to be? It's like, oh, just be yourself. Look, ultimately, I'm sure I'd be myself at the end of the day.
I swear to God, I saw him 2 years ago at Robeck's Juice walking out with his little daughter. He had Tim's on flannel and then...
Being such a great singer.
Because there's like a whole package to why you like somebody. He just has that look, demeanor.
Yeah, I don't mind glazing.
Auras, I didn't want to say the word, but that's couldn't classify it as anything.
The aura word.
Glazing.
Aura glaze.
Rhino bouncing on it.
Dick Rider, whatever. Call me that. I don't care.
Rhino bouncing on it, Bryson Tiller.
Have y'all heard fucking Attention on his newest album?
I'm going pop star.
I guess I have to be Bryson because I can't go back to...
Rob is curing cancer.
I'm heroic. I'm heroic.
And imagine that's your fit as the cancer cure.
Imagine that.
This Givenchy face mask, like, but you're that guy.
Yeah, I cured
like
cancer.
You are not what I would expect, but I'm like, damn, that guy fucking cured cancer.
You're welcome.
How shallow of me just trying to get on the UCLA men's basketball page with the photo shoot, and you're trying to save people's lives.
Your photo shoots would be lit too, though. You'd be the drippiest cured cancer fucking doctor.
With the like injection needles.
Okay, would you still be posting like how you post on Instagram?
Yeah, because I'm not gonna change my character and who I am. I did cure cancer though.
You're just in the freshest fits.
With my award and shit.
Not traditional, you know, like the smiling with the apron on, or not the apron, the lab
change up
coat.
the game, it's time. They need someone like me in the field.
You right there with like an X.
No one trusts the doctors no more, bro. Put me in.
And you know what? As much as I want you to cure cancer, even if you did, I'd be scared for you. They'd take you out.
That's what I'm saying.
I was thinking about that too, though.
Because now you're not just the guy that did it. You're famous for it.
And
so everybody knows.
Jobs away from people low key.
Well, you took away the
not
whole
even just
industry.
That, a lot of money.
I changed mine to artist.
There we go.
Country artist from the Midwest.
The guy that's known for.
I was gonna ask, do you want to join me on the team of what artist do you want to be?
Okay, I'll do that. Just like be an artist, not even.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Jacob Collier. He's just like a musical genius that can play every instrument and that just understands music. And then I think I'd probably be able to do whatever with that.
I like that. I think I'm Justin Bieber now.
Damn, I feel like he's seen too much.
But he got like Lyme's disease and shit. Do I really want that? I would claim I want to be Bryson, but I don't know what he goes through. Maybe I'd rather.
He's got 2 children. Yeah, so
Would you want to be the artist because of their music ability or because their lifestyle as well?
That too.
Right?
That
okay,
too.
so it comes with everything.
It comes with everything.
Well, I don't know if I would pick Jacob then.
I mean, I feel extremely grateful for our YouTube stuff and the position that I'm in. I feel grateful every damn day.
That's a fact.
So I don't want the people thinking that I want to be Bryson Tiller and I don't care about what I do now.
This is all, just
speculative. I'm just...
You hate being a YouTuber.
Rhetorical.
I'm like, I love being... That's why I'm doing this. Because I love this shit. And I know I can't play at... What school do I want to play for? I want to play for Gonzaga. One with a cool name.
No, but yeah, we were just talking about how blessed we are and like how cool that this is even our job and that we're able to do this, So we definitely don't take it for granted.
This is making me think of a quote. It's like... People look and think the grass is greener on the other side. They look at their life and then they look at someone else's life and go, man, XYZ has it so much better than me. You have no clue how many other weird and terrible problems they're going through. And someone said, if you and everybody you know all dumped your problems into a pile, you would look at everyone else's and probably pick yours back up.
I see that. Yeah.
And I was like,
I agree.
You're probably cooking because, I want to be Justin Bieber until it's like, well, you have Lyme's disease and fucking whatever other not Parkinson's, but he has some other shit.
Does he have Lyme's disease?
He has Lyme, yeah,
Oh,
where he got bit by a tick and now his face doesn't work. okay, that's definitely not a full diagnosis, but he has medical problems.
Okay.
I know he had Bell's palsy at one point. I got scared for him there. I said, dang.
That he had to go in these hyperbolic oxygen chambers to try to heal himself and shit.
Jeez, man.
Do you think when you're someone of that caliber, you have access to different machines and treatments that, normal people don't?
I think so.
Surely, right? Where does Post Malone go when he wants to go to the doctor? He ain't going to the urgent care.
Nah, he definitely
That's
got
true.
he definitely got the best.
You can probably call up your guy.
Yeah, you get the private practitioner probably come by.
I don't feel like I'm above anyone, but when I'm sitting in the ER and my tummy's rumbling or whatever the hell's wrong with me, I be in there thinking like, there's gotta be another. Can I get the other?
I got 6 million subs.
I got 6. That's gotta be worth something.
Sure, that's crazy.
That's gotta be worth at least 3 bumps in the line.
Yeah.
Not to say that I'm more important than anyone else, but I'm just thinking, can money buy
No, that was my question too.
convenience?
Yeah, can money buy like treatments and shit?
I think so, yeah.
Because
And
you're
I
not
think-
going to see Post Malone at the Burbank urgent care.
And not only that, you probably build a network of like really, really high individual doctors, and
But then that's
and
when
then
it
they're
kinda
just referring you to, okay, that's this problem. You're gonna go see that person.
the whole Michael Jackson situation where you have your private doctor, but then they're doing under the table extra.
No, yeah, and I
dosages
think I
and
looked
stuff.
into it. Like that guy wasn't even fully qualified for what he was giving him, and yeah, so that's the same thing that happened with another guy that tried to get a full back tattoo, and he died under the anesthesia. But it was like whoever was doing it, I forgot the terms. Like he wasn't a cardiologist versus an anesthesiast or something, so somebody wasn't checking things. But you can hire those private people that can do it, but they might not be a specialist in that. So
Because then when there's money involved too, it's like, well, damn, did he pay him a little bit extra to give me another container?
I need another Xanny. Come on, doc.
Because there's no cameras in the hospital to like get anybody.
I had a moment where I had food poisoning and was throwing up in the ER with 50 other people watching me, and I was like, "This is my
you gotta
lowest
wait
moment.
your turn.
I had to wait my damn turn,
I had the same thing.
like everybody else.
We were back home in Maryland, ate the wrong hot dog at Five Guys, and I haven't had it since. And that was 2019.
Damn.
I remember I was just throwing up, just in the bags, and I waited like 3 hours, and I was like, "This is the most illest feeling right now."
You get a shot in your ass.
Yeah, it
for
was
what?
a shot in my ass,
Food
yeah.
poisoning.
I did get a shot.
Needle? You mean needle in your butt cheek?
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, needle my butt cheek.
Because when you
That
say
shit-
up your
let me
ass.
not say shot in the ass. Yeah.
Yeah. Warning here for too much information. Did y'all shit the bed for a week after you had food poisoning, or was that just me?
That might
Not
have
just
been
you,
the
but
same.
I did a Johnny Knoxville shit on the wall one
Oh.
time, and that was actually like 2 months ago.
Oh, you beat me on that one.
Yeah,
Actually, I shot on the wall one time.
it was insane.
That was years ago, though.
What?
How did that
it
happen?
it was a restaurant I went to. I got a medium rare steak. There you go. Probably what happened. It's always the wrong cooked steak that'll get me. And then somewhere I didn't like. Usually steak will just burn through me. This is so TMI. If you guys want to just mute this, skip to the next part. Please don't listen. And then I just nothing just like went through my system like it normally would. And then when I went, it just felt all balled up, and I was like, "What the heck?" And then as soon as I stood up, it shot out without me even applying the pressure. I was like, "Okay, this is a little wet wipe." Nothing came out. Stood up. Shoom. I turned around. It missed the toilet and hit the whole wall. This is 2 months ago, and I said, "Oh my God, I almost got taken out by a steak." But I was like, "Yo, it legit, how did it fly that far?" Like and it was on the ground too. It kind of like went everywhere.
Shit explosion.
Yeah, I took a photo. It was the most disgusting thing ever. 'Cause I was honestly amazed in the most disgusting way. I said, that really just went from here to insane.
She launched it out.
It launched. And it was I don't know if it was maybe I was forcing so much. So as soon as I stood up, my body just felt loose
potato
release. You know, it was like a confetti, where you pull.
Like the Joker scene.
And then if you just look up Johnny Knoxville, Bad Grandpa, fake shit on the wall where he stands up at the restaurant, that's exactly what happened. Like, there's an actual clip. I was like, that legitimately happened to me. And I thought that was like a joke. I didn't know that shit could shoot out of you.
That's funny.
But I didn't shit the bed. I shit the wall.
I was thinking of it like when he's trying to hit up the fucking hospital to blow up. And
Oh,
he's
yeah,
pressing
no,
it.
that's exactly-
And he's like, "Oh, strange," and then boom.
Yep. That was me. I was sitting there like, damn, I guess not coming through.
Made me think of that.
Pretty crazy, but I feel like shitting the bed might be a little worse.
I was gonna add just a few details to that to see which was worse, shitting on the wall or shitting the bed, because I had to wear a diaper after a few days.
Yeah. I'm scared of the diaper though, because then what about the chafing and then like the rash and stuff of shit rubbing against your skin? I can't.
It was just after the days after I had the food poisoning, and I obviously was throwing up and shitting aggressively for 12 hours, whatever, 15
You
hours.
literally went and bought diapers.
And then the next night, I finally felt good enough to even walk or whatever. Went to sleep, woke up, shit the bed, and I was like, "How'd that happen?"
Damn, I thought I got it out of my system.
I was like, "Damn!" Had to wash everything, whatever.
Yeah.
Next night, shit the bed again.
Oh,
I was
man.
like, I thought it was out.
That's what makes it worse.
Were you having irregular, like, was going to the bathroom hard all day?
No, like I was chilling. Nothing.
Damn.
Nothing really was.
Maybe when you're like
different.
laying down, rested, your body again, it's just relaxed.
And then
it's just
I had to buy adult diapers.
Damn.
The next day because I was like, I can't keep doing this.
that's got to be a timestamp in this. Ryan buys adult diapers.
Yeah, and then I was sitting
That's
there. I was sitting
insane.
there in my adult diaper. This was 3 years ago.
Did you have like your shirt and pants off too? So you're just kind of looking like a
Yeah, I felt like Captain Underpants.
Okay, all right.
And I was sitting there
Video
kind
we
of
reacted to the adult baby.
The adult baby.
adult baby.
That's what I'm
I had a
thinking.
binky in and everything. No.
Might as well pacifier.
I just thought I was like, man, people might think of me a certain way because of my YouTube. I'm not who you think I am. I was sitting there miserable, wearing an adult diaper in my bed, shitting my own.
pants. Sitting in your own shit.
Did you have to shit, wipe, and then shower every time? Like, that's a
yes.
lot. That's a lot of cleaning.
So much
'Cause
cleaning.
you got to like be really careful. Even the smallest bacteria could still give you an infection.
Blowouts at 27. Damn.
You never shit the wall or the bed, Rob?
No, never the wall or the
But like
bed.
you're the one that's lactose intolerant and I've seen Rob run his life to the bathroom before because he had the wrong food at dinner.
I've done a lot of those missions, you know.
But you made it safely to the bathroom.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm
It
not
never
good
it
at-
never got out before the bathroom.
There's been close times where I'd be sweating, bro. Like, you know when it's that bad? When like you have
And
to
was
go
that
bad?
and was that just regular food or that was like a lactose like
That was just
something-
like cheese, probably
Okay.
just like a cheeseburger or some like a pizza slice maybe.
And you're sweating because you're not near a bathroom yet,
Yeah, or even like sometimes
or like while it's
you can't
processing.
even go, but it's like it does something to your body where it's like, damn, bro, like I shouldn't have ate this cheese. It's like a weird feeling, and that hurts a lot.
Have you had it where you have to hold, like you have to physically hold
Like
it?
ooh, it's coming out a little bit.
Okay, Ryan shit the diaper, I shit the wall. You didn't it didn't come out in the pants real quick? before
No,
you-
like there's maybe been times when I was younger where like I thought I was gonna fart, and,
Yep.
and it's not a fart. You know those?
Yeah.
I think everybody's got it at least once.
Where it's like it's either peeking out or it's like, you know, I might have to change,
Yeah.
you know, change my
Sometimes
underwear.
I just throw
or-
the underwear away completely.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
it's damaged.
That happened to me in high school. I think I was a senior, and I had one of those where you think it's one thing, but it's really number two. Mm-hmm. And I shit my pants, and I had these long pants on, and it went down my leg, and I was like, I can't go around the rest of the day like this.
I feel like I remember you telling me that in real time back then.
And I had to have my mom come pick me up, and bless her heart, she was able to get off work quickly and pick me up and give me new pants. But yeah, I was like,
Good God.
how do I go to first period with shit on my ankles?
You're like, something stinks in here.
Yeah, what the hell is? Yeah,
Ew, I do smell that.
you guys smell that?
Ugh.
What is that?
Smells like someone shit.
Did someone shit themselves? Holy fuck, it's terrible.
It's coming from over here. Where?
Where
It's like right by you, Ryan.
the heck?
do smell it. Is it the vents?
And that's
Oh,
the
who
worst.
shit inside my pants? Who the fuck would do that?
Yo, what the fuck is this?
Teacher, someone shit on me. It got in my underwear somehow.
Which one of you sick freaks put shit inside my pants?
Yo, who put shit in my pants? Someone rubbed this on the back of my leg. What the fuck?
What sort of sick prank is this?
Yeah, we
It's like obviously you.
Okay.
All right.
Damn. So Ryan said the most shitting stories out of all of us.
Can I tell one more shit story?
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
very brief.
Whatever.
It's since we're still on.
I figured if when you're doing it, you might as well.
When in Rome.
When in
It
Rome.
kind of be like weird just bringing it up again. Like, yo,
Right.
we already talked about that.
Like,
Yeah,
guys,
the
can
next podcast that'll be weird.
guys,
I got one more shit story.
And it's like, dude, no,
We're past that.
No. Just get it out.
no more.
Get it out.
Get out of your system.
Literally.
No, this was like a month ago, and I had a blue icy from Brian Shaved Ice in Sherman Oaks, best shit ever. And the blue shaved ice just makes me shit like crazy. So the next day, I was at Beverly Hills, Rodeo Drive, walking around, and it hit me out of nowhere. The most aggressive shit feeling that I've ever had, and I had to hold my ass.
Oh, fuck.
I went to the sunglass store. I said, "Where's you guys have a bathroom in here?" And they said the nearest one's probably going to be the Cheesecake next door.
Damn.
It was like a cartoon where it was like, I fucking bet on buyer, whatever. You know when it's at the cartoon where it says boing and they're gone. It's just like a dust thing.
Your clothes are still there.
Yeah, exactly. My clothes are there. I'm gone.
Your shoes are there.
Exactly. She gets like spun around or something. I'm going into the Cheesecake Factory. I burst in there. People are going mad slow, and I'm like, excuse me, and I asked for where's the bathroom? They said up there to the left. Boom! And I fucking ran up there, and that was it. And I was in there for about 10 minutes.
That's how you know it's bad, when you have to plug your own ass, you know?
Props to you. I know a lot of people that say they just can't even do a number 2 in a public bathroom. Like, they have like a germ thing where it's like, it's the most disgusting place. I was like, bro, the amount of times before school, 6th grade, 12th grade, all high school, I would do so many pre-shits before even the bell rang for homeroom. I've never had a problem using public restrooms.
Yeah, if I gotta
know
go,
a lot
I
of people
gotta
that
go.
have, but like mine always happen like in the morning. So I would be like, if I ever ate food on the way to school, whether it's mostly fast food, whether it's Chick-fil-A or McDonald's, I would literally hit the bathroom like 30 minutes before class started, and I'd have to.
So you didn't care about the noise and all that?
Because I just always did like I'd put so many layers over I would waste like so much toilet paper just to sit on it. And yeah, I didn't really care about anybody even hearing me or nothing.
Interesting.
But usually, since it'd be so early, there wasn't many people in the bathroom anyways.
Smart.
But I would use it during, what I'm saying is I'd do it during school, before school, after school. And I know a lot of people just, I'll wait till I get home, or I wouldn't even be able to do it at Cheesecake Factory because I got to be at the piece of my home because I feel rushed or I can't get in the right headspace. Like, nah, bro. Only thing I hate is like peeing. If somebody goes next to me, my stream like will just like stop and I have to wait for them to finish. And it's me like being pissed. I'm not even like stressed over them. I'm like, yo, like I just can't.
That's a real thing.
And then they'll have and their stream be going and I'm pissed. I'm like, why did I pause? Why is it paused? And I'm not even like feeling weird by them. It's just their presence pauses and stops my entire stream.
I've had a moment just like that in college where I went into the restroom. Guy came in right after me. We were the only 2 people in this damn whole floor, right next to each other. Very small area.
Like, bro, why you picked that one?
Well, it was only 2.
Okay,
it was only 2.
Okay. It was only 2. Okay.
Small bathroom. I couldn't pee, and neither could he.
okay.
And we both stood there.
Did y'all look at each other?
Didn't look at each other.
Yeah, because you can't.
In complete silence for about 45 seconds, and no one peed because we both had the anxiety of the other person being there.
Yep.
And I'll never forget
That's
that
a true
moment.
thing.
It was one of the most awkward moments of my entire life.
So what happened? Did either of y'all go?
I just flushed the toilet and left. I think. It
And then he probably got his stream out. So, oh,
I don't remember what he did.
guy fucking left. Nah, it'd always be the guy next to me, and then they just be going, and I'm like, yo, mine's on pause now. That's why
Mine's on pause.
yeah, or that's why I prefer to just try to go to the stall. Like if there's just a handicap one, I'm not gonna be that guy because I've also done that where I was driving home like 2 hours with my family from one of my like cousin's house, going back home, and we stopped at a gas station. I had to use the restroom number 2. Only stall open was the handicap, the big ass one at the baby changing table, all that. And I'm going, taking my time. I'm gonna be here for a minute, and then a disabled person comes in with their caretaker, and they're like, "Oh, I cannot wait to go." And they come up and they're like
gonna
trying to
have
open the
to.
door. And they're like, "Hey, I gotta go." and I'm just quiet as a peep. And the caretaker's like, "Well, we're gonna have to wait." And they're like, "I have to go now." And this person was disabled on the spectrum to a degree, and I was like, "Oh, this is bad," but like, hey, me too. Like,
Noah came out acting all disabled.
That's what I was like. How do I play this off? And they were just they were chilling at the sink. I was like, oh shit, and I still took my time, and I could not get out because my thing was already in motion. The train has to get to the destination. I'm sorry, and and then I just remember like awkwardly like try to skedaddle out.
Noah walks out of
the bathroom.
this my bad.
This person really needed it, and I'm like,
limping and shit.
But I was too deep. If I had just sat down, I'll get up. But I just remember they were like yanking the door, and the caretaker was trying to tell him to stop. But he was in a wheelchair. It was really bad. It was like all the combinations that this person really needed it.
They got extra room in there though. Those are nice when you can use them.
And they couldn't see me because it was like even through the people, like I'm so out the corner. It was such a big stall.
I was gonna say, why is shitting so embarrassing?
Yeah, because shit stinks.
It does.
And no one likes things that stink. And it's like, well, if you're doing something that caused something to stink,
but it's like we all do it.
We all do it though.
That's like the craziest part.
It's
people yell at me like, "Yo, your farts stink." I'm like, "But we all fart though, right?"
Like don't act like you don't fart,
like,
bro.
what you mean? They'd be like grilling me like, "Damn, bro." I'm like, "Yeah, my bad."
You act like farts don't stink, bro.
And there's also nothing more vulnerable than sitting with your pants around your ankles.
Yeah.
Going like, that's a vulnerable position to be in.
Cause if you think about it, it's just like you're butt ass naked with the hoodie on. It's like, if anyone's seen that, and then you got shit coming out of a hole.
You got your designer pants around your ankles, but like right now you're the most uncoolest dude.
Yeah, shitting is like the ultimate equalizer. You can't do a cool shit. You can't be in a stall shitting and look cool doing
You lose
it.
aura points every time you shit, honestly.
If you think about the most beautiful girl you know doing that, I don't even want to say the S word, it taints the fantasy.
That's why you look at people. I do that sometimes. Like, damn, we all be shitting.
That could be a good way to just kind of, get over even anxiety in public or like something like that. You know how people say, envision everyone in
like
their
naked
underwear.
Or in their underwear.
It'll make you feel better. It's like, when you remember things like that, well, you shit just like me, bro. Your farts stink. Some people's farts don't stink though, I guess, because it's like the things you eat, right, affect the way like your pee and your like.
Yeah, that's true. There's also things that
way.
just are having a really hard time digesting. You probably shouldn't have consumed that extra processed thing or something. And that's why it's making the worst smell, because it's trying to get the fuck out of you.
Because like, don't they say like you don't even need deodorant? Like if you fueled your body with all the right things, like you would emit just like natural smells and not like BO.
I've heard of that. I don't think I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna stick to my aluminum damaging things on my armpits. They'd be saying, "Oh, that's bad chemicals." Well, dude, I fucking smell. So what you want me to do, bro? Well, eat a regular diet. Well, I can't.
Where I stink, dude.
You can't have candles.
Do you want to smell me? No. So shut the hell up.
If you want to watch the rest of this podcast, we actually posted an extended version where we get into some crazier questions after this for another good 20-30 minutes, and that's on our website, mystrawberrypark.com. Click the link, go to the website, become a member.
Extended podcast. It's
click
over
it.
there.
Go watch it right now.
Do you see the Rob the type of guy comments?
Rob's the type of guy to ride a horse with both of his knees on one side.
Does Rhino search up his Instagram captions?
Does Rhino search up his Instagram captions?
Kendrick or Drake?
I can't stand behind that and say that's hard. I'm sorry.
What's the quickest way to your heart?
Quickest way to my heart? Probably head. I might be in love.